Did you know that what you do in the last 5 minutes before sleep could completely transform your life overnight? Most people go to bed tired, worried, or anxious and wake up in the same struggle. But tonight, I'm going to show you a simple spiritual practice that can unlock breakthroughs, favor, and peace while you sleep. Stay with me because what you learn here could change everything. When you understand the power of your night, you will realize that what you do before sleeping is not just a routine. It is a spiritual decision that can shape the destiny of your entire life. Many people overlook this truth. They think the night is only for rest, for closing their eyes and letting their bodies recover. They forget that while the body sleeps, the spirit remains awake. Every thought, every word, every emotion you carry into your bed is like a seed planted in the soil of the next day. If that seed is planted in fear, worry, or doubt, it grows into challenges, anxiety, and defeat. But if that seed is planted in faith, thanksgiving, and surrender, it produces breakthroughs, joy, and supernatural favor. One of the most important lessons in life is that the way you spend your nights will determine how your days unfold. Many people live their lives in struggle because they are careless with their nights. They fall into bed with unresolved problems, unspoken words, regrets, and fears, and they wonder why their mornings are chaotic, why their opportunities are blocked, why they wake up tired, burdened, and defeated. The night is a time when the enemy seeks to plant fear, anxiety, and doubt in your mind. He knows that when your day is over and your mind is quiet, it is easier to attack your spirit. That is why countless believers wake up in the morning feeling exhausted even after hours of sleep. Their bodies rested, but their spirits were restless, battling unseen forces because they brought worry and fear into their bed instead of faith. But there is hope. The Bible teaches that, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." This is not just a comforting verse, it is a spiritual principle. When your heart and mind are at peace, when your spirit is surrendered, you invite divine protection and favor. You allow God's presence to cover your night and prepare your day. Imagine this: a person who falls asleep in fear will wake up with a sense of heaviness and uncertainty. Their mind is clouded, their energy is low, and their day is already starting on the wrong foot. But a person who closes their eyes in faith, giving thanks for the day, surrendering all worries, and trusting God for tomorrow, wakes up renewed, energized, and ready to face life with clarity and confidence. This is not coincidence, it is spiritual law. One man came to me and said, "I pray every day, I read the Word, I go to church, but nothing changes." I asked him, "Do you prepare your heart before sleep? Do you lay down your worries and trust God for your night?" He had never thought about it. That night, I taught him to surrender every fear, to forgive, to thank God, and to speak words of faith over his life before sleeping. The next morning, he called me and said, "I slept differently. I woke up differently. Something feels stronger in me." That is the power of the night. Every night holds the opportunity to set the tone for the next day. Every worry you release, every act of faith you perform before closing your eyes is like opening a door to blessings, favor, guidance, and protection. The night becomes a time of spiritual preparation where God can work in your life while your body rests. If you take this seriously, you will begin to notice changes. Your mornings will feel lighter, your mind will be clearer, your decisions will be wiser, and opportunities will begin to align with your prayers. Your life will not change slowly over years. It will begin to change overnight because you have learned the secret of using your night intentionally. You will start seeing patterns of victory instead of defeat, clarity instead of confusion, joy instead of anxiety. You will realize that what you do before sleeping is more important than you ever imagined. Your night is a spiritual lever. The way you spend your last moments before sleep has the power to lift your entire life. Fear, doubt, and worry are heavy chains that hold people back. Faith, surrender, and thanksgiving are keys that open doors to heaven's blessings. Choose to plant seeds of faith tonight. Speak words of faith, gratitude, and surrender. Lay down every burden at God's feet. Rest in His presence. Sleep not just with your body, but with your spirit aligned to God's purpose. Your night can transform your day. Your night can transform your life. The choice is yours. Start tonight. Do not allow fear or worry to enter your bed. Choose peace, choose faith, choose surrender. Because when you do, you will wake up in a new season, ready to receive all that God has prepared for you. Your nights are powerful. Treat them as such. Your life can start changing overnight. Prayer is not limited to moments of desperation or the quiet hours of the morning. The most powerful time to speak to God is often overlooked. It is the moment before you sleep. Many people underestimate the spiritual significance of these last few minutes of the day. They think, I'll just rest and God will handle the rest tomorrow. But the truth is, the words you speak before sleep carry extraordinary power. Every night, when you lie down, the atmosphere around you is filled with spiritual possibilities. The enemy seeks to use the quiet to whisper fear, doubt, and anxiety into your mind. He knows that when your day ends, your defenses are lower and your spirit is more vulnerable. But when you intentionally speak faith-filled words, you are not only protecting yourself from attack, you are also inviting divine intervention to work in ways that ordinary waking hours cannot achieve. Consider this: the mind may be quiet, but the spirit is always alert. When your body rests, the spirit can perceive heavenly instructions and receive solutions to problems you could not solve during the day. That is why the simple act of speaking a deliberate prayer before sleep is transformative. It is a declaration that you trust God to take control while your body rests. One of the most effective prayers is a combination of gratitude, surrender, and faith, saying, Lord, I thank you for this day. I surrender every fear, every burden, every worry. I trust you to work in my life while I sleep is not just words. It is a spiritual lever that unlocks heaven's power. I recall a man who came to me in despair. He said, I pray, I fast, I read the word, but nothing changes. I asked him about his nightly routine. He admitted he never prayed intentionally before sleep. That night, I encouraged him to speak a simple prayer of surrender. The next morning, he called me astonished. I slept deeply. I woke up at peace. I feel different. That is the power of speaking before sleep. The atmosphere of the night responds to faith-filled words. The angels are dispatched, guidance is given, and even problems that seemed impossible begin to shift. This is a principle of the spiritual realm. What you say in faith triggers a response from God's kingdom. But it only works when your words are aligned with trust and surrender. The empty recitations or half-hearted prayers cannot achieve this effect. The heart must be fully committed. The mind must be fully focused. You must believe that God is already working while you rest. When you speak words of faith at night, you are planting seeds in your spirit. You are telling the universe, I am not carrying this burden alone. I am giving it to God, and I trust Him to work on my behalf. These seeds do not remain dormant. They grow while your body rests. By morning, they begin to manifest as solutions, clarity, favor, and peace. I have seen countless lives change because of this simple practice. Students who prayed before sleep found wisdom in exams they thought they could not pass. Business owners who prayed experienced new opportunities that seemed to appear miraculously. Families who spoke blessings over their homes found peace where there was previously conflict. The key is consistency. Do not treat it as a one-time experiment. Speak intentionally before every night and watch as patterns of breakthrough emerge. The enemy will try to distract you, telling you that it doesn't matter, that you are too tired, that tomorrow will take care of itself. Do not listen. The power is in the moment before sleep. Your words carry authority. Your faith carries authority. Your surrender carries authority. And when you consistently release these words of faith into the night, you will begin to notice shifts in your life that could not have happened otherwise. It is not magic. It is spiritual law. The Word of God says, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." Peace is activated when the heart and mind speak faith aloud. Protection is activated when surrender is declared. Breakthrough is activated when gratitude is expressed. Let me give you a practical example. Before sleeping, speak these words: "Father, I thank you for every blessing today. I forgive those who hurt me. I release every fear and anxiety. I trust you to work in my life tonight. I sleep in your presence, and I wake up in your power." Do this faithfully, and you will see your nights becoming a source of strength rather than weakness. Your sleep will no longer be a time of vulnerability. It will be a time of supernatural intervention. While your body rests, your spirit is active. Angels are dispatched. Directions are given. Healing is applied. Breakthroughs are prepared. All of this is made possible by your spoken words of faith, surrender, and thanksgiving before sleep. The man I spoke about earlier continued this practice for weeks, and soon his life began to shift dramatically. What seemed impossible became possible. Challenges that overwhelmed him began to dissolve. He realized that the night, when used correctly, is not just a pause between days. It is a divine opportunity to position yourself for victory. Prayer before sleep is not just a habit. It is a spiritual strategy. It is a tool for unlocking heaven while your body rests. Do not underestimate it. Do not treat it lightly. Begin tonight. Speak with faith. Speak with surrender. Speak with thanksgiving. Let your words carry the authority of trust in God. And watch as your life begins to change overnight. A troubled heart is a blocked heart. It cannot receive blessings, favor, or supernatural intervention. Many people go through life carrying grudges, regrets, and anger in their hearts, and then wonder why their prayers seem powerless or why their lives remain stagnant. The truth is simple. God cannot work fully in a heart that is burdened with bitterness. Before you sleep, the spiritual condition of your heart determines what kind of night you will have and what kind of day you will wake up to. I remember a young woman who came to me discouraged and worn out. She had been praying for years, asking God for breakthroughs in her career, her relationships, and her health. She would go to bed exhausted, worrying about her future and replaying every mistake of the past. Her heart was heavy with unforgiveness, resentment, and self-blame. She said to me, "I don't understand. I do everything right, but nothing changes." I asked her one question that changed everything. "Do you forgive before you sleep?" She looked puzzled. She had never considered that her inability to forgive and the weight of anger she carried each night could be a barrier to God's blessings. I explained to her that the night is a spiritual window, and what you carry into that window determines what comes through. Fear, anger, resentment, and regret are all negative forces that block the flow of God's favor. Gratitude, forgiveness, surrender, and faith, on the other hand, are keys that open doors to heaven's intervention. That night, I encouraged her to take a few simple but profound steps. First, she would release everyone she held anger against, speaking their names aloud and forgiving them in her heart. Second, she would thank God for every blessing, no matter how small. Third, she would lay down every worry and every regret, consciously surrendering them to God. Fourth, she would speak words of faith over herself, and the next day, declaring that God's favor would follow her. She followed these instructions faithfully that night. The next morning, she woke up with a lightness in her spirit that she had never experienced before. Her mind was clear, her energy was renewed, and over the next few weeks, doors began to open in ways she had never imagined: a promotion at work, reconciliation with family members, and peace in her heart that replaced anxiety. This is not coincidence. It is spiritual law. A heart burdened with negativity cannot receive blessings. Your mind may think you can pray despite bitterness, but the truth is, spiritual forces respond to your inner condition. If anger, resentment, or unforgiveness resides in your heart, when you sleep, you are creating barriers that block the flow of divine favor. Conversely, a heart that is emptied of these burdens becomes fertile ground for miracles, breakthroughs, and supernatural guidance. You might be asking, how do I release these burdens if they are deeply rooted? The answer is in intentional nightly practice. Every night, before closing your eyes, take a moment to examine your heart. Identify anything you are holding on to that is contrary to God's love: bitterness towards someone who wronged you, regret over a decision, fear about the future, or self-blame for past mistakes. Then speak to God about it. Confess it, release it, and surrender it fully. Forgive the people involved. Forgive yourself. And replace those negative thoughts with thanksgiving, faith, and trust. Gratitude is a powerful tool. When you express thankfulness, even for small things, it activates spiritual pathways for more blessings to flow. Forgiveness is another key. It clears the way for God's favor to enter your life. Surrender is essential. When you give God full control of your life and your circumstances, you allow Him to work miracles even while you sleep. Consider the night as a spiritual reset button. Whatever you do before sleep has the power to influence the next day. If you go to bed burdened, you wake up burdened. If you go to bed in peace, you wake up empowered. Let me share a practical method I have taught to countless people. Before bed, find a quiet place. Speak aloud, or at least in your heart, these words: Lord, I release every fear, every regret, every anger, and every burden. I forgive those who have hurt me. I forgive myself. I thank you for every blessing. I surrender my life, my dreams, and my struggles into your hands. Tonight, let your Spirit work in me, guide me, and prepare me for the blessings of tomorrow. As you do this consistently, you will notice a change. Your sleep will become deeper and more restful. Your mind will be clearer. Your spirit will be lighter. Your mornings will be full of renewed energy, fresh ideas, and opportunities that seem to appear miraculously. This practice works because it aligns your heart with heaven. God is not limited by time or circumstances. He works while you rest, but He responds to hearts that are prepared. Bitterness and unforgiveness act as walls, preventing His Spirit from moving freely. Gratitude, forgiveness, and surrender are keys that remove those walls. Many people underestimate the importance of releasing burdens before sleep. They think, I'll deal with it tomorrow. But tomorrow comes, and if the heart is not emptied, tomorrow is no different. Night after night, the pattern continues until life feels stagnant and prayers feel ineffective. But the person who takes the time to prepare their heart each night enters a cycle of blessing. What you do tonight determines the favor you receive tomorrow. One man I know struggled with anger and resentment for years. He had a difficult relationship with a family member and could not forgive. Every night, he went to bed angry and frustrated. His business was suffering, his health was deteriorating, and his mind was constantly restless. I taught him to forgive before sleep, to release every bitterness, and to speak words of faith and thanksgiving. Within weeks, he reported that not only had his relationship begun to heal, but he was receiving unexpected business opportunities. His health improved, and he felt a peace he had never experienced. The lesson is clear. A heart burdened with unforgiveness and negativity blocks the flow of God's blessings. But a heart emptied of those burdens becomes a magnet for miracles. Therefore, before you sleep tonight, examine your heart. Ask God to reveal anything you are holding onto that is contrary to His will. Release it. Forgive. Thank Him. Surrender. And then rest in faith, knowing that your heart is prepared for heaven's intervention. The night is not just a pause between days. It is a spiritual opportunity. A heart prepared for sleep is a heart prepared for breakthrough. Your life can start changing overnight when you empty your heart of negativity, forgive those who have wronged you, and cultivate gratitude and surrender. Every night is a chance to reset, to realign with God's will, and to invite His power to work while you rest. Begin tonight. Empty your heart. Forgive. Give thanks. Surrender fully. Sleep in peace and watch as your mornings and your life begin to transform in ways you never imagined. Consistency in a faith-based night routine is one of the most overlooked secrets to experiencing life-changing transformation. Many people wonder why they pray, read the Word, and attend church, yet their circumstances do not change. The missing element is often not the effort or the commitment. It is the intentional use of the night. The night is a spiritual lever. It is a time when heaven can move in ways that the business of the day often prevents. While your body rests, your spirit remains active. Angels are dispatched, guidance is given, healing takes place, and doors are prepared to open for you. But all of this happens most powerfully when you enter the night intentionally with faith, surrender, and gratitude. I recall a man who was frustrated with his life. His business was stagnant, his family relationships were strained, and he felt mentally exhausted every morning despite sleeping for hours. He prayed faithfully each day, yet he felt nothing was changing. When I asked him about his nightly routine, he admitted he often went to bed distracted, worrying about his problems and replaying failures in his mind. That night, I taught him a simple practice before sleeping: consciously lay down every burden. Speak words of faith, forgiveness, and thanksgiving. Surrender every worry to God. Thank Him for the blessings of the day. And declare faith over tomorrow, speaking with authority that God's favor will follow him. He followed this practice faithfully for a few weeks. Then he called me, overwhelmed with emotion. "I don't understand it," he said. "I am sleeping differently, waking up refreshed, and opportunities are appearing in my life that I never imagined. My relationships are better. My business is growing, and I feel peace I've never felt before." This is not luck. It is spiritual law. The consistent use of a faith-based night routine transforms your life because it prepares your heart and spirit to receive heaven's intervention. The night becomes a bridge between where you are and the blessings God has prepared for you. Every action you take in faith, every word of surrender, every act of thanksgiving positions you for breakthrough. Without this intentionality, nights pass, and the enemy uses those hours to plant fear, doubt, and confusion. He knows that when your day ends and your mind is quiet, it is easier to influence your spirit. But when you consistently engage in a night routine rooted in faith, the enemy cannot operate freely. This is why consistency matters. One night of intentional faith is powerful. A week of it brings momentum. A month of it creates transformation. A life built on this principle experiences supernatural guidance, clarity in decision making, and opportunities that defy human understanding. Many people underestimate the power of the Spirit during sleep. Science tells us the body repairs itself during rest, but the Spirit, your soul, your connection to God, receives direction and activation while you rest. This is why dreams can be prophetic, why sudden clarity comes upon waking, and why seemingly impossible problems find solutions. The night is a time of spiritual alignment. When you sleep with fear, bitterness, or worry, you block this alignment. But when you sleep in faith, surrender, and thanksgiving, your spirit aligns with heaven's plan. Let me share a practical approach to creating a night routine that produces transformation. First, spend a few moments in quiet reflection. Examine your heart and mind. Release any fears, grudges, or negative emotions. Forgive those who have hurt you, and forgive yourself for past mistakes. Second, express gratitude for the day, thanking God for both the challenges and the blessings. Third, speak words of faith over yourself and your circumstances. Declare that God's favor, guidance, and protection are with you. Fourth, surrender every detail of tomorrow to God, trusting that He will work on your behalf while you sleep. Fifth, rest in peace, knowing that your spirit is aligned and prepared to receive heaven's intervention. Those who adopt this routine consistently notice life changes that cannot be explained by human effort alone. Relationships improve, career paths open, health improves, mental clarity is restored, opportunities appear as if by divine orchestration. This is the result of a night routine rooted in faith. Transformation comes not only through effort, but through preparation, alignment, and surrender. When you sleep with faith, you are essentially allowing God to work while you rest. The energy you exert during the day is complemented by the spiritual work done at night. This is why consistency is key. A single night may not produce immediate visible change, but repeated practice positions you for lasting transformation. The breakthrough often comes suddenly, unexpectedly, and powerfully. One of the most common mistakes people make is thinking that what happens during the day is all that matters. They wake up, rush through their responsibilities, and go to bed without intentional spiritual practice. They may pray, but the heart is distracted, the mind is anxious, and the spirit is not fully surrendered. The difference between ordinary lives and extraordinary lives is the consistent use of the night to connect with God. A faith-based night routine produces a compound effect. It builds spiritual momentum, aligns your spirit with heaven, and prepares your life for supernatural intervention. When practiced faithfully, this routine becomes a habit of blessing. It is not just a moment of preparation, it is a life-altering practice. Begin tonight. Take the time to examine your heart, release burdens, forgive, thank God. Speak words of faith over your life, surrender tomorrow to His care. Then sleep, trusting that while your body rests, your spirit is being empowered. Over time, you will see the results. Your mornings will be filled with renewed energy, clarity, and favor. Your days will be filled with opportunities, breakthroughs, and peace. Your life will reflect the power of faith expressed before sleep. Consistency is the key that transforms ordinary nights into extraordinary life changes. Your life can start changing overnight when you adopt a faith-based night routine. Make it a habit. Guard it carefully. Let it position you for a lifetime of blessing. This simple yet powerful practice will allow you to wake up each day renewed, empowered, and aligned with God's purpose, ready to receive the miracles that were prepared for you while you slept.